I am the disabled guy with the disabled life. That podcast is going to be about disabled issues and other things that interest me and others from the disabled community. I did this so that people understand what we go through in life and what we do, because a lot of what we do, it is interesting. I'm also going to talk a little bit about ADA and things of that nature. It's something that's very important to me and something that I learned a lot about when I did an episode. I'm going to talk more about it. Okay. This podcast, it's going to come out at 10 p.m. Saturday and Wednesday. So that's when I think most people listen. Most people listen at night or have the episodes there for during for the daytime. So let me stop this. Stop. Okay. This is not the episode I planned to do today. Because some unforeseen thing happened and I was like, that mistake happened. So let me talk about something else here. A lot of people believe that the disabled community sits at home. Some of them do, but others don't. Some of them are homebound and they cannot go out. But a lot of us use special transportation to get around. Some of us drive. I wish I could drive, but the reason I don't drive is because it's not because of my CP. It's because of a eye problem. I had an eye surgery when I was a child. I don't know how old I was, sorry. And so the funny thing was, when I was in high school, I took driver's ed because I wanted, like all teenagers, I want to learn how to drive and have that independence. But I couldn't. And you know who figured out that I had an eye issue? Not an eye doctor. The special driver's instructor. Because those of us that do drive as disabled people, we need to have spinner knobs and other modifications to our cars for that to happen. So, my thing is, be thankful for what you can get. There were people talking about, on Facebook about traffic and all these things, complaining. I'll tell you, I would love to have those problems. I would love to be it's not nice to sit in traffic, but driving a car is a sense of freedom. Even though I use special transportation sometimes, but they are sometimes very annoying because they're very late, and you have to deal with it. Could you imagine using a service and having to call the overseeing county because they keep making mistakes or being late or somebody being rude or things like that nature, or somebody not wanting to strap your wheelchair down correctly? That's another thing that frustrates me about the service. It's that I am able to transfer it out of my wheelchair. They choose to make me wheelchair van only.
Facebook. Lara Herm. Your friend request was accepted.
Sorry about that. So let me say that. So what I was saying was, another thing that annoys me about such service is that they made me wheelchair van only. So that means that no matter if I want to get out of a seat, I have to. Which I don't, but I'll tell you what I would have to do. I would have to sit in. I would have to go on lift with a walker if I wanted not to take my wheelchair. But there's a problem with that. I don't feel safe doing that. So because of that, I always have to still go in my wheelchair. And I don't like the fact that I have to depend unnecessarily. I say because I can transfer out of my wheelchair. Because I have a walker, as I said. I can get up from my wheelchair and walk. In my home, inside my house, I don't use a wheelchair. For an additional note, I have a shower, but the rest of the bathroom is not no grab bars or anything of that nature. I don't use any of that stuff. What I use in replacement of a grab bar, which is much easier for me to use, is my walker is a 4-legged walker, and my walker's 4-legged, so I just go into the toilet like anybody else would go to the restroom, and I stand over that like anybody else does by putting my wheelchair on the floor around it. Let me say, here's another nuisance that I didn't like, but I got around it when I was in high school. I'll tell you what happened. When I was in middle school, we were forced to go with an aide to the restroom, and for insurance purposes, they would make you go into the stall with grab bars, and a lot of times the grab bars for me are more inconvenient. The way I go to the restroom when I'm in a public place, it's very, very easy, which I did this in high school too. For those of you, man, you know what I'm talking about. Women, you may not. Okay, the way it is, the white urinal, the male urinal, it has a tubing, a pipe. It's not a tube, it's a pipe that you can hold on to where the water goes through. So I hold on to that with one hand, and I go and I do what I need to do. I'm going to tell you a funny story. One time, I was in high school. I went to the restroom, and there was a friend of mine said, "Wow, you can stand up." I said, "Yeah, I can." I would stand up and go to the restroom. It's funny. People don't know what we can do. Hold on. Pause on this first. People don't understand what we can do because they don't know they only see us, in one particular position, in a wheelchair. But I do walk around the house. I don't have to worry about. One thing I don't have to worry about is pressure sores, things of that nature, because I walk, I stand up. Right now, for context, I am sitting in a desk, at a desk chair, not a wheelchair. I'm sitting at a desk chair just with a walker, ready to walk away and move, and start walking when I need to. So, I'm just telling you this so you know. I'm just giving you context on how I am able to move around. I am thankful for that because I know some people cannot move around. They need lifts to get them from wheelchair to bed, and those things are so expensive, and sometimes they need 2-man lifts. Though what I mean by a 2-man lift is some people have to have it, 2 people to lift them. I, for one, don't need to do that. I can get into a car. I can get into a regular I can get into a non-accessible vehicle. I even get into my friend's truck very high. The way I do that is I can't get into the truck from my wheelchair because I need to stand. I take a walker. I use a walker, and I also hurt my shoulder doing a transfer from wheelchair to a car. I hurt my shoulder, so now I don't do that anymore. And now I just go ahead. Now I go ahead and I do just a regular old. I get in my walker, carry my walker in my vehicle, my mom's vehicle, my dad's vehicle, what have you, or my friends' vehicles too. And I go in there and I get up and I move over and I sit down like you would. The only difference here is is that I need to assist myself by moving my legs with my hands, because it's just easier to do, and I just do it that way. It's just something that we have to go through, and I'm thankful that I can do what I can do, because I don't. I'm thankful that I can do what I need to do. I'm thankful. So I just wanted to come on here today and just tell you a little bit about what is going on, what I go through. Thank you for listening to my episodes. My episodes will come out Monday and Wednesday. You can listen to me on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and many others, including iHeartRadio. The reason I've done this podcast is to give people a voice, because I think that the disabled community is missing a voice, but I am in a unique position of being able to afford minimal equipment to do this. I'm going to give you my email address. If you want to contact me, is ke4key@gmail.com, and I will also. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, at The Disabled Guy, and in a few other places where I put my episodes out on Facebook too. With that, thank you for listening. Another brief note, thank you for your support. It's very important to me to get episodes out for you on time when I say it is, because I know you. That's a way of thanking you for your support.